Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Andi Batara. Okay, what are the differences and similarities between Uni Emirates Arab and Indonesia? That is the first question of today. The Uni Emirates Arab and Indonesia are two different countries. The first difference is the UAE lies between 22 degrees 50 and 26 degree north latitude and between 51 degrees and 56 degrees 25 east longitude. Meanwhile, Indonesia lies between latitude 11 degrees south and 6 degrees north and longitude 95 east and 141 degrees east. The second difference is government system of UAE is federation of 7 constituent monarchies. Meanwhile, government system of Indonesia is presidential system. And then Independence Day of UAE is December 21, 1971. Meanwhile, Indonesia's Independence Day is August 17, 1945. And the next difference is natural resources of UAE. There are petroleum, natural gas, and the last is marine resources. Meanwhile, natural resources of Indonesia are major supplier of commodities such as coffee, rubber, timber, palm oil, and cocoa to the world market, and to a lesser extent tea, sugar, copra, spices, and tobacco. And then currency of UAE is dirham. Meanwhile, currency of Indonesia is rupiah. And the next difference is population of UAE is about 9 million. Meanwhile, Indonesia has 274 people. And then seasons in UAE there are 4. The first is winter, the second is spring, the third is autumn, and the last is summer. Meanwhile, seasons in Indonesia just has 2 seasons. There are rainy and dry. And the second question is similarities between UAE and Indonesia. The first similarities is UAE and Indonesia has same holidays. Those are national days and commemoration days. And the second similarities is UAE and Indonesia has same land use, that is agricultural areas. And then the next similarities is manufacturing areas. Those are food and beverage, electronic, and textiles. And the majority between the UAE and Indonesia are Muslim. As for the differences and similarities in work culture between UAE and Indonesia. The first, I'm gonna talk about differences work culture between UAE and Indonesia. In UAE, women should ensure that business clothing covers arms and legs. Unlike in Indonesia, women don't have to make sure that business clothes cover up hands and feet. And the next difference is in UAE, men cannot shake hands with women. Unlike in Indonesia, men are able to shake hands with women. And the second, I'm gonna talk about similarities work culture between UAE and Indonesia. UAE and Indonesia, good manners and courtesy are prized attributes. And the next similarities is always arrive on time. And the last similarities is loyal. Okay, thank you for watching this channel. Bye.